Hey there, my name's Faye, and welcome back to my first ever Nuzlocke adventure where I play one game from each different Pokémon region so as to re-experience them, and in the process, see how much I suck at Nuzlockes. Today's journey brings us to the Johto region with Pokémon Soul Silver. Now I assume we all understand the fundamentals of a Nuzlocke, but just in case you can read the rules that I follow on screen. I awoke like any other day in the town of Nuzlocke. Once my mother was done shoving item after item into my mystical inventory, I came outside to the sense of some odd deja vu, but I shrugged it off. With some advice from a childhood friend, I came to the town's professor, Elm. And before I knew it, my first Pokémon, a lovely Totodile named Schnappy, was mine. The professor then thrust me into the world to seek a friend of his called Mr. Pokémon. Because, of course, now with level 5 Pokémon, I was surely safe from the hordes of creatures living just outside of the town. I do in fact make it to Cherry Grove City unscathed though, and heading north from there I'm acquainted with the Mr. Pokémon himself, who appears to be chatting with someone. A quick conversation results in us obtaining a mysterious egg and also the infamous Pokédex. But upon leaving, danger arises. Professor Elm's laboratory attacked. We scurry back, but halfway there an odd red-haired individual blocks our path and challenges us. Schnappy tears his Chikorita apart, but the boy escapes, and we realize he must be the one Professor Elm mentioned. Thankfully, the idiot drops his ID as he runs away, revealing their name to be Sophia. Back in Nuzlocke, we explain our run-in with the police and hand the egg to Professor Elm, who suddenly starts talking about taking the gym challenge? Well, alright I guess, but I could have sworn I've already done that before. Well, no matter. Even if it was in a dream or some past life, surely if I've collected all the badges once, I can do it again. And so with that long introduction out of the way, and Pokeballs finally in our bag, let's get on to the main event. Route 29 was first. Ooh, promising. I accidentally died to Schnappy's scratch attack. Alright then. Thankfully, a detour to Route 46 snared us a retarder, which I named Bitey Jr. because why not? However, upon returning to the main path and entering Route 30, I was met with another dead Hoot Hoot. Alright. Well, this definitely isn't looking good, but with delicacy and patience, surely I'll get another member. This time it was a Bellsprout in Route 31. To a single tackle. Wow, these Pokemon are weak. Thankfully, my bad luck seemed to halt there. I caught a Geodude in Dark Cave that I named The Bro, then entered Violet City. The gym leader wasn't home, so I took a detour through the local Sprout Tower, home to some weird-ass cult members who worship Bellsprout. More importantly though, it's also home to Ghastly. I caught one and named it Too Spooky for Me. The tower was no problem, although it appeared it wasn't a problem for Sophia either, although they quickly left before I could get my hands on them. With the tower out of the way, I checked the gym again, thankful to find it accessible at last. As the gym was focused around flying types, I let the bro take the lead, and before I could even say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, the first badge was easily mine. Afterwards, it appeared Professor Elm got bored of the mysterious egg already, and so it ended up in my own hands. Oh, that's fine. It might turn out to be something amazing. To further push how special this egg was, I was hit up by a girl in a kimono, further clarifying that the egg was special. Yeah, I get it. I end up solving some weird puzzle that causes me to fall into a place littered with sentient alphabet soup. I catch a D and then climb my way out of there, entering Route 32, where I catch a Wooper and name it Whoop Whoop. I may watch a bit of Smollett. Azalea Town was our next destination, however, trouble was brewing. Some people in suspicious black outfits seemed to be harassing the locals. And so we followed old ball-loving Kurt into Slowpoke Well. Sadly, Kurt falls down the well. Jeez. What, the Pokemon can get so dark? Oh, he's completely fine. Oh, game logic, you. And so we come face to face with Team Rocket, they call themselves. A name I remember. That's right, I took down Team Rocket once before, right? Well, if that was true, it appears that was a whole 3 years ago. And now the group had been degraded down to cutting off mere Slowpoke tails. For what reason, I got no idea, so I beat their leader Proton for this inhumane act of animal violence, and drag old, not quite dead yet even though I fell down a bloody well, Kurt back home. With the problems of the revived Team Rocket dealt with for now, I leveled my team up, which resulted in Schnappy evolving, then entered the second gym filled with its swarm of bug types. Just like before, however, the bro showed up and threw down extra hard, earning me my second gym badge almost as easily as the first. You know, my prior Nuzlocke went just like this. Upon trying to leave the town, Sophia showed up and challenged me. The bro squashed their ghastly, and while I almost had some difficulty with that bayleaf, it ended up being pretty trivial for too spooky for me. Then, before the stream for the day ended, I took my time to hatch the egg in my position, and so Togepi joined my team with its nickname Egg. Alongside that, Rattata evolved and no one else. I said no one else. There were no other evolutions. Anyway, the next stream had me leave Azalea and enter Ilex Forest. A quick side quest of fetching a poor individual's Farfetch from far in the forest rewards us with HM01 Cut. Along the way, we also caught a Weedle nicknaming it Snoople, I don't remember why, and then the kimono girl from Violet City, or perhaps a different girl altogether, I can't tell, is lost, but our trusty Pokemon shows her the path. Oh boy, having a Pokemon walking along with us is fun. I sure hope the future installments do more of it. Route 34 offers me a Drowsy that I nicknamed No Ties, and with a quick introduction to the daycare, where our childhood friend has an awkward conversation with their grandma of them having a girl as a friend, because who would ever be friends with the opposite sex, I guess? We're in Goldenrod City where the normal type gym opens its doors. Kids grow up hearing horror stories of Whitney's Miltank. The thing is a beast, even at its low level of 19. So, let's see how we fare. Oh boy, this is not gonna be good. Hey, just one left. Oh no. So Miltank is really tanky. That's the issue with it. Maybe Rock Smash can get through that. As long as I can get the RNG on the Attract. For me. Okay, cool. Lowers the defense. So she's gonna heal here. Oh no. Oh. I didn't know that was an ability. That was a skill, man. Okay, come on. Just one more hit. One more. Boom, we won. Oh, not yet. Never mind. Milk Drink again? Shit. She just keeps on using Milk Drink. Come on. Yeah, this Attract thing is not going their way. It's so funny. Okay, it's dead. As long as I hit this next attack, it's whoa. Come on, hit. Yes! That was a risk. That was a risk. But that's our third gym badge. That was a huge risk, undoubtedly so, but it was a victory nonetheless. I was so glad to get through that hurdle with no casualties. And so, I moved on confidently. An odd tree blocked my path, but with a splash of water, it revealed itself to be a Sudowoodo, which attacked immediately. A few trainer fights followed, and before I knew it, I was already in Ekritique. Here stood Burnt Tower, the safest landmark when you consider the fact that the nearby gym is ghost-type focused. Here we encountered the legendaries Entei, Raikou, and Suicune. And if my pronunciations of those three's names piss you off, make sure to comment it below. The latter, Suicune, is the favorite of our new fancy kid on the block, who has a name that I find very difficult to pronounce, so I'm not gonna bother. Sophia had decided to check out the Burnt Tower, so I kindly tell them to scram because they're not wanted anywhere after what they did to Professor Elm. Their response was almost wiping out a couple of my party members. But I'm too good to lose anyone this early. I learnt my lesson from my Leaf Green Nuzlocke. Alright, let's get moving. Nice, nice. Another bite. Oh, Shadow Ball. Oh, Schnappy! Schnappy! No! God damn it. As vengeance against the innocent Schnappy, Mighty Jr. depleted Morty's Pokemon of their essence, and the fourth badge was ours. But the worry that this was just the start of my downfall echoed through my mind. We helped out an innocent kimono girl being harassed by a rocket grunt, but before we can ask whether she's the same as the last two we've encountered, an old man rewards us with HM03 Surf. So with this newfound power, everything else became redundant and I scurried away. Route 38 had me encounter a Miltank I named Milkers, and after what felt like an eternity of trainer fights and running back and forth to heal at Akritique's Pokemon Center, I finally made it to Olivine City. Sophia was in our way yet again, but thankfully it stopped being a hindrance and made sure to leave our side before a battle could even initiate. This left us free to investigate the landmark that made Olivine shine so bright across Johto, its lighthouse. Trainers littered every inch of the staircase climbing up to the tower's peak, but they were no match for me. Whatever bad luck had lost me my starter wasn't going to show its head again. These Pokemon were mine to protect, and I'll be damned if I fail them. Once at the top, we came face to face with Olivine's gym leader. It appears the Pokemon Ampharos that powers this lighthouse is somehow sick, and we must travel across the sea to Cyanwood City for a possible cure. What a coincidence, there just so happens to be a gym there too. Jasmine is sure lucky a trainer looking to challenge her and thus capable of such travel at a moment's notice was coming her way. And so upon visiting Cyanwood, I made it my responsibility to put the cries of sick Pokemon to the side and challenged the fighting type gym run by leader Chuck.
Chuck!
Let's go. Not really doing anything to me. He's probably going to heal here, but yeah, thought so. There's the move I was waiting for. Oh wow, that did a lot more than I... Oh shit. Well, Tentacle's dead. I was hoping that would hit. Oh, fuck. Okay, didn't expect that. Not paralyzed, it's fine. Don't do too much. Good. Haven't paralyzed. Okay, I'm gonna switch over to Eradicate. Wow, are you serious? All right. Okay, so things look bad, yes. However, I can just catch another Tentacruel, which, after adding a coughing I caught in Burnt Tower named Bad Lungs into my party, evolving it, and then beating up the guy that I can't pronounce his name, is exactly what I did using my encounter in Cyanwood. As for Bitey Jr., yeah, my boy's dead. There's no saving him, even with reincarnation. 5th badge in hand, I fetch the remedy which I hand to Jasmine once back at Olivine, and before I know it, I'm at Olivine City's Steel-type gym, where the trainers are cheering me on instead of challenging me. Wow, it's almost like the climb up the lighthouse and fetching the remedy was the gym challenge. Not gonna lie, that's actually pretty cool. Jasmine didn't provide much issue. The bro took down her Magnemite with an Earthquake. My new Tentacruel, nicknamed Sir Cooler, water-pulsed her Steelix, and Whoop Whoop had her second Magnemite follow the same fate as its sibling. Thus ended another day of streaming. With the start of the next day, I flew back to Akratique, headed east, and was soon in Mahogany Town, but the gym was blocked off, so I decided to head north through Route 43. Some bloody rocket grunts decided to rear their heads, charging me a fine for just walking. Like, why can't I just battle them and send them crying like I have before? I was forced to let them snicker and enjoy the milk money they stole from me, and soon I came to the Lake of Rage. The weather here was horrible. The source of it rested in the middle of the body of water before me, so I surfed out, facing the ferocious beast head on. Here we go. It's a shiny, oh my god. I'm gonna switch over to the cooler. Nope. I'm gonna risk a Bubble Beam. Shouldn't do much. Not get into the red. Now I'm going to switch to Macho. On the tiniest bit of health left. Should be good. Nope. Honestly, I could risk sending in Rupa just to get a yawn off. There we go, it's not necessary. Oh! A shiny Pokemon in this game is a 1 in 8,192 possibility. Truly, this was a miracle. Once on land again, I met Lance, and in hopes to put a stop to Team Rocket and their ridiculous toll business, at least that was my goal, we broke into a random shop revealed to be a hideout for Team Rocket themselves. This hideout is a nightmare. Security statues can go burn for all I care. I end up finding out later there's a way to turn all the statues off after just the first one, but holy hell, this took so long to get through. Funnily enough, the mines that Team Rocket for some reason have set up triggered a random encounter with a Voltorb, which I managed to catch. I didn't even know this was possible, and it appears neither did the Nuzlocke tracker website I was using. Further into the hideout, we gather 2 passwords from 2 grunts which give us access to the boss's room, and oh no. It's goddamn Geo. Whoa, wait, no, it's just Petrel. My new Gyarados, nicknamed Longfish, sends him running, and the Murkrow sitting in the corner helps me out by opening a secret door Lance was interested in. Sadly, the Murkrow was a traitor. What did I expect? It was in the hideout to begin with. It led their trainer, which is a new Team Rocket leader named Executive Ariana, to ambush us. Mercy, though, was not in her dictionary. Ariana's a very lovely name, honestly. Ah, shit. Oh no! Oh, whoa, you tank, Macho! Whoa! Oh, nice. Great. Is that me it's targeting? Good. No! Bro! The bro! The bro! Holy shit! Well, rest in peace, the bro. The dominoes were falling. The bro had joined its fallen comrades. But the game was still on. I helped Lance sabotage the Team Rocket hideout as revenge by fainting their power supply of electrodes. I had no time for tears, however. The 7th gym was open, and so I entered the home of the Ice-type leader. Ice puzzles in Pokemon games have always been interesting to me. I like having to trial and error until I find the solution. It's pleasing. With that said, the puzzle here wasn't super tedious, and neither were the trainer fights, leading me right to Price himself. The old man put up a fight, but I made sure to switch my Pokemon out when necessary rather than risking their downfall. And so while my Pokemon got a tad low in terms of health, Sir Cooler managed to squeak out a victory. That victory only brought forth a separate issue, however. Team Rocket hadn't liked us taking out their hideout, so in retaliation, their group had somehow wrestled control over Goldenrod's radio tower. No way was I allowing this. Not after what they did to the bro. So I left for Goldenrod and prepared to wipe the villainous organization from existence. Next I streamed. My plan to infiltrate Team Rocket this time was simple. I would impersonate a wannabe member, earn myself their outfit. Once dressed for the part, I could walk right in and... Oh, god damn it, Sophia. Why now, of all times, did you need to show... Okay, we're doing this the hard way. Instead of going quietly, I took down any grunt whose eyes met mine. No one was left safe in my wake. Even that weirdo drooling while staring at Proton. What the hell? Next in our way was yet again the goofball Petrel. He didn't stand much of a chance against Sir Cooler, allowing me to snatch the basement key from his shaking hands. The basement key led me into Goldenrod Tunnel, unlocking a new area the Team Rocket had been using. Yet another kimono girl stopped us just outside the door, mentioning some legendary Pokemon, but left without explaining herself. I wanted to chase after her, but just like earlier, a troublesome redhead arsehole wasn't making this easy. Longfish struck his Magnemite, Meganium, Haunter, and Golbat out of sight, leaving my new Marcher called I Am here to handle the Sneasels standing in our way. And with another defeat, Sophia ran crying and we continued our extermination. Along the way, while doing some door puzzles, it seems some burglars were making the place a home. I don't remember these type of trainers in the games. Like, It was a funny surprise seeing them, honestly. Then with the basement cleared, we found and saved the director of the Goldenrod radio station, who gave us passage to the radio tower's highest floor. So we climbed, until the leaders of Team Rocket finally decided to handle me themselves. First there was Proton, who still hadn't looked behind him, a cakewalk mostly, handled by Sir Cooler and Longfish. Next was Ariana, but she stood no chance either, as not one of her Pokemon got a hit before they each fell. A short elevator trip later, and I was face to face with the final executive of Team Rocket, Executive Archer. Houndour! That's one done. Really? You sent out the other fire type? That's the strongest Pokemon too. Hell yeah. Wasn't even a crit. I'm gonna switch out. I'll get off like one karate chop and then I'll switch out. Oh boy. I thought Houndour was going to be the tough one, but this coughing, wow. Okay, there we go. No, forgive me, Giovanni. The fight was much harder than the two before, although that wasn't a challenge considering how quickly those fights had ended. Nonetheless, while my party was attributed with a bit of poison, I managed to come out victorious. Team Rocket had fallen, once and for all. Archer had left me with 2 poisoned Pokemon, but thankfully I had obtained 2 Pecha Berries at some point. You may ask, why not buy and use antidotes? And that's a very good question. Short answer is, I couldn't. The long but not too long answer is, to obtain rare candies in Soul Silver, which I was using to level my party up without long grinding sessions, it sort of bugged my medicine pocket in my bag. Any items I bought were unavailable. I couldn't click on them, even though I could move my cursor over them. Thus, I couldn't use antidotes and I was forced to rely on berries. Yeah, this run was a lot harder because of this. My quest for the remaining gym badge was now my only focus. I headed further east from Mahogany Town and found myself in Ice Path. More ice puzzles. Not only ice puzzles though, but strength puzzles too. I might be called a masochist for this and you won't catch me denying such claims, but I also enjoy these puzzles too. Unlike the ice type gym, the Ice Path's puzzles were very enjoyable. And just as I was having fun, I was at the end. But not before running into yet another kimono girl. She was stuck in the ice. A quick shove got her sandals free, and with a quick thank you she was gone, leaving us to collect a nearby item and finally come out to Blackthorn City. After so long, I was outside the final gym. It was dragon type focused, and dragon types were a bitch to defeat, but my Longfish knew Ice Fang. Easily Longfish took out the trainers scattered around the gym, leaving us with the dragon type gym leader herself, Claire. Just one more fight. As a gym leader, I will use my full power against any opponent. Let's do it. Come on. Oh, it's not gonna be good. Yeah, that's good. Another Dragonair. I might be able to squeak this out. I'm gonna risk this. It shouldn't do too much. It shouldn't kill me. Yep. Cool. Yes! Let's go! No! No! That was bullshit! Thawed out in one turn? Okay. What can I do here? I'm gonna switch to too spooky for me in case it tries using a Hyper Beam. Nope, use Dragon Pulse. Get a Confuse Ray, nice. Oh, I'm dead. Maybe I can squeak this out, but there's my Machoke. No! I think this is where the run ends. I think this is where the run ends. Come on, kill it, please. crit. No. Oh. Yeah. There goes Turkish. A Turk Tech, sorry. Shit. I lost. I didn't even manage to get all 8 badges. Dragonair thawing out immediately had been so unpredictable and threw everything out of line. I may have been able to win if that hadn't happened, but I'll never know. It didn't end there, however, as with that loss came the chance for another attempt. So I reset my save, chose Cyndaquil as my starter this time, and went out. This time I had experience. This time I had a better idea of what I should be doing. And this time, I knew things were going to be different. After a long 8 hours, 2 days worth of streaming on twitch.tv/FayofBoobs, I made it back to the 8th gym. My party was stronger than ever. They'd stood by me confidently. Not only that, this time, I had a plan. I just had to make sure it worked. Oh, I get you now, y'all. Yeah, I've seen art. I've always loved the unique art on different TCG cards. We're gonna start this off with the Toxic Spikes. Every single Pokemon from now on that she sends out, poisoned. You're now gonna switch over to Splurty. Sorry, not a ball. Now Charge Beam. 4 times weak to it, should kill. Nope. Maybe I should have Sparked. It would have paralyzed it, and maybe I wouldn't have got that second hit. It wouldn't have got that second hit, maybe. Okay. Now it's time for the bullshit artists. Poisoned. Good. I might need to sacrifice not a ball here. I can't risk switching out and then getting paralyzed immediately. I'm sorry. Sorry, ball. It's necessary, though. Oh no, it's cured its poison status. Okay. Ice Fang should do something here. Yes, it's 1 down. Another Ice Fang. No! There's the Thunder Wave. This is what f***ed me over last time. Okay, you just need to hit an Ice Fang. Come on. Yes! Oh my god, okay, last one. Last Pokemon. Kingdra. Okay, we need to be smart here. Oh, I'm gonna send up Mr. Cool. It's not weak to Dragon. Ice, like I thought it would be. Because if it's water type, it's not weak to it. Okay. It might live this. Don't crit. Okay. I think 1 here. It's not low enough to heal. She's not low enough to heal. With one. With one. It's gonna kill me here. I'm sorry, Mr. Cool. You're a good sacrifice. But with one, we did it. We bet the 8th gym. We did it. We did it. It actually worked. At the expense of Mr. Cool, which is my new Tentacruel, and Not a Ball, which is my new Electrode, Claire fell in the most spectacular fight I'd ever orchestrated. The feeling of success in actually beating such a difficult opponent with a strategy I came up with myself felt amazing. With that said, I went to accept the 8th badge, only for Claire to tell me to scram. Well, I didn't struggle through all of this just to be told no, so I ran and complained to her master, which to my gratitude led to him telling the girl off and resulting in my Johto badge collection being complete. Finally, it was time to move on. Nothing was going to stop me now. Nothing. Huh? The Kimono girls want to see me? Oh. Oh, there are 5 different people. I wasn't going to... Wait. Hang on. No. No, 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 no. This can't be happening. Yeah. After that amazing win against Claire, I stumbled and got careless. I didn't remember the Kimono Girls' fight being so tough, but some wrong choices, such as sending my fighting type out to face a psychic type for some fucking reason, threw me back into disaster. My party wiped. Again, it was a mess. I felt so stupid for not paying attention. If I just planned for it, it would have been such an easy fight as well. Either way, I'd still gotten all 8 badges. I hadn't made it to the Elite Four, that's true, but I'd still gotten all 8 badges. So, because of that, I decided to mark Soul Silver in the same category as Leaf Green. A successful loss. I'll return at some point in the future and try to properly beat it, but I'm going to move down the line and start Emerald. And you'll see how that went in my next video. I hope everyone enjoyed watching. These videos take so much effort, but have been so fun to make, so perhaps consider subscribing to see when the next video releases. Regardless, I hope you have a good day and see you next time.